Welcome to Legal Marketing Minutes, where I share short bursts of current marketing news and advice. I'm your host, Nancy Myrland. If we haven't met, I'm a marketing, business development, content, social and digital media speaker, trainer, and advisor for lawyers and legal marketers. Your time is valuable, so let's get to it, okay? Well, I was just in one of my Facebook groups with legal marketers, and the question was asked, which LinkedIn groups should my lawyers be a part of? And many really, really good answers. And my contribution to that discussion was one that I wanted to share with you. And LinkedIn groups are tough right now, and they've been on my radar for quite some time. And I started blogging about their challenges in 2014 because for quite a while, group moderators were letting them get out of control. It was like the wild, wild west of groups. In fact, I think I might have written a blog post with that title. Group moderators were excited that this enormous marketing opportunity existed and that they could be the first to start and run a group in their area of expertise. And I don't blame them for that. I mean, social media was still relatively new, and it was exciting to be the first. Many group owners and moderators, though, let them grow to thousands of members, and then they stopped moderating them. Not everybody, but many of them did. And they became models of how best to spam your connections and group members without ever having to utter a word to anyone else. Yeah, marketing at its finest. I say tongue-in-cheek, right? And well, in 2017, LinkedIn began to alert us that they were going to be making positive changes to groups. So we all got very, very excited. They were definitely needed because LinkedIn de-emphasized awareness and consequently use when they took group notifications away. I mean, we had little awareness of what was even going on in groups. I was never notified what was going on in my group, which is social media for lawyers and legal marketers, which isn't good. I mean, seriously, that group owners and admins didn't know what was going on in their own groups, weren't notified. I mean, that's just not good, and it's really not acceptable. It's not good marketing. Well, in January of this year, I, as well as many others, maybe many of you, received a private message on LinkedIn from Chloe Roshani in product marketing at LinkedIn, and she let us know that LinkedIn was going to be making some positive changes to the group's experience, and said they were planning on, and this is a quote, reintegrating LinkedIn groups to the core LinkedIn experience. And I was really hopeful because mentions of notifications as well as group activity in the news feed were discussed. And I've seen activity in my news feed, so that's good, but I don't see much change in the way we're notified. And I don't know that I want all notifications right there in my main notifications tab. There could be a groups notifications tab or just a groups little icon right next to notifications that I think would serve the same purpose. Or would serve a useful purpose, or it's worth a try. You know, so many things are worth a try, but something better than what's going on right now. And what I would do, and my recommendation to you, is that I would remain aware, as LinkedIn definitely has groups on its radar. And the discussion about Facebook groups being the place where everybody goes now for group activity is really a valid one, but the majority of lawyers that I see in Facebook groups I belong to are solo and small firm lawyers that are taking more time to network and learn in these spaces. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's great. I mean, I'm applauding that. So I want to make sure that doesn't come across wrong. But I'm not seeing, the entrance into Facebook groups from the legal profession itself. I'm seeing lots of marketers in there because we are in a constant learning mode and we're less afraid of being early adopters. It's not really even early anymore. It's just that Facebook groups are definitely killing it in some ways for some people. And, the time might come when we'll spend more quality time in LinkedIn groups. I mean, I hope so. I still try to post some useful content in there. And a couple people that make comments on what I do, I appreciate so much, but it's like the same 2 or 3 people all the time. So there's something that's broken, something that is still broken with groups. But, in the meantime, I think we need to make sure that you spend more time in discussion and making connections in your news feed, which you should definitely pay attention to while awaiting group resurrection, if that ever happens. I mean, daily newsfeed activity is very important because more people seem to be discovering LinkedIn as a valuable tool. Others, many of us, have known it to be for a very long time. I still crack up when I see people post here on on Facebook, not here on Facebook, but post on Facebook and say, oh my gosh, I'm getting massive engagement on LinkedIn. This is great. I'm so glad it's becoming a good place to have discussions. And many of us who have been around there for a long time sort of just grin and chuckle and say, it's been that way. It's just that you now just found it. But you know what? We're glad there's room for everybody. There is room for everybody. On all of these platforms, there's room for everybody. So pay attention to your news feed. Spend some time there. Make sure that, I still say that the number one thing I want you to do is to maximize your profile. And there are several steps that you need to go through to maximize your profile to make sure that you are found by others who are trying to find somebody with your qualifications. All right. That's it for today's Legal Marketing Minutes. Do me a favor, let me know your thoughts about this topic, and if you use LinkedIn, what you think of groups and what you think of LinkedIn generally, and if you think you're spending as much time there as you might need to or want to. If you're listening on a platform where you can leave a comment, please do so, as I'd love to hear from you. It'll also let me know that this is actually reaching people. If not, you can always find me on my blog at Myrland Marketing, which is MYRLAND marketing.com. Also, if you are connected to the legal profession, and most of you listening are, I invite you to join my Facebook group where we discuss marketing, speaking of groups, where we discuss marketing, business development, content, social and digital media. And you can find that by searching Facebook for Social Media for Lawyers and Legal Marketers with Nancy Myrland. Again, search Facebook for Social Media for Lawyers and Legal Marketers with Nancy Myrland, MYRLAND. When you do, just let me know that this is how you found out about the group by my Alexa flash briefing. Well, thank you so much for spending a few legal marketing minutes with me. I know your time is valuable, so I appreciate you spending a few of those minutes here with me. Until next time, I'm Nancy Myrland. Take care.